we'll start up top. यशस्वी जायसवाल के बारे में बात करते हैं क्योंकि क्या इनिंग थी.
So far he scored 3 centuries. Out of 3 centuries, 2 have been double centuries. And the third one has been 170. So every time he's crossed 100, he's at least gone to 170-ish. जिस तरह से एंडरसन को मारा, एंडरसन का चेहरा देखने लायक था. मतलब हंस रहा था लिटरली, राइट?
उसमें स्टोक्स बीच में आया थर्ड सिक्स के बाद थोड़ा टाइम आउट.
Correct. But for me, according to me, there are two key moments in this test match. One is India were 33 for 3.
Yes.
And if Rohit Sharma's catch was collected by Joe Root, that was a defining moment for me. Second is in their second innings, that is match ka second innings, where England were dominating 200 for 2, right?
Yep.
They could have scored big. And Joe Root's wicket of that reverse sweep was the trigger point of the collapse of England batting order. भाई बेबी तब से बुला रही है कि तुम लोग पॉडकास्ट क्या कर रहे हो, तुम आ जा इधर बाहर.
बीवी बुला रही है मतलब कुछ काम है तो रुक इधर तू. बीवी तुमको भी बुला रही है, हमको भी बुला रही है, तो हम दोनों अब काम पे लगते हैं दूसरे.
माता का बुलावा आ गया है.
जय सिया राम, जय माता दी.
जय सिया राम.
हेलो दोस्तों, हेलो एंड वेलकम टू द नाइट वॉचमैन पॉडकास्ट. इंडिया इंग्लैंड की टेस्ट मैच पीवी भाई खत्म. डे 4 पे खत्म कर दिया है. मैं लगा था इनिशियली कि ये होगा, मेरे को तो नहीं लगा था कि डे 4 पे खत्म करेगा.
नहीं यार, उनको वीकेंड पे ही खत्म करना था. वीकडे पे क्या करेंगे फिर बोल के, तो अनएक्सपेक्टेड बट डे 4 पे ही खत्म किया उन लोगों ने.
यार हम लोग कल कोशिश करते हैं ना कि क्या हो सकता है क्या नहीं हो सकता है. आई थिंक अगेन ये देखो, ये तो किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था कि इंग्लैंड इतना जल्दी बंडल आउट हो जाएगा, बट टारगेट वाइज आई थिंक वो वहां पे आए, 200 रन बनाया. बट 2 मिनट विल स्टार्ट अप टॉप. यशस्वी जायसवाल के बारे में बात करते हैं क्योंकि क्या इनिंग थी. लाइक इंजर्ड था, चलो ठीक है, मैच पे ऐसा ज्यादा कोई इतना नहीं था, बट आया. बट उसके बाद थोड़ा उसको डिस्क्राइब कर यार.
अरे मतलब he was on 104 when he came on to bat after the day 3, right? So he ended day 3 at 104. But after scoring century, generally they say कि यार भाई, first set of runs that you score for yourself, century तो तेरे खुद के लिए मारता है, right? मतलब that
Correct.
means you get the confidence. Now after that you get
Correct.
out, that's okay. I mean, team will not tell anything to you and you are the superstar still. But the next 100 that you score is for the team typically. And that's what Jaiswal did. And he made it big. So far he scored 3 centuries. Out of 3 centuries, 2 have been double centuries. And the third one has been 170. So every time he's crossed 100, he's at least gone to 170-ish, right? So he can make it big. And जिस तरह से एंडरसन को मारा, जो एक ओवर, आई डोंट नो इफ यू सॉ दैट यार, एक ओवर में मतलब 3 छक्के मारे अलग अलग. एक बैट के लप्पा स्वीप मारा इधर स्क्वायर लेग पे, फिर सामने आके कवर्स के ऊपर, फिर देन स्ट्रेट अंपायर के ऊपर, राइट? तो एंडरसन का चेहरा देखने लायक था. मतलब हंस रहा था लिटरली, राइट? आई डोंट, आउट ऑफ एम्बैरेसमेंट और कि भाई क्या करूं और टाइप, राइट? तो
उसमें स्टोक्स बीच में आया थर्ड सिक्स के बाद थोड़ा टाइम आउट.
करेक्ट.
कि रुक जा भाई, ये तो
मतलब
चौथा भी लगेगा.
they tried that tactic to slow it down. मतलब they were slowing it down very a lot. मतलब momentum ही नहीं दे रहे थे कि यार फट मारने का, right? And in spite of that, Jaiswal 200 मारा, big match player and can play big. Great find for test cricket. We always knew कि how important he is in T20 and how fast he scores.
Correct.
I think कोई तो stat बता रहा है T20 में first 10 बॉल में ही उसका strike rate 160 है. So he can get going from ball 1. But test cricket में, to give that respect in the initial set of overs to the bowling team and then take on later, fantastic yaar. I think we have found someone to take test cricket forward in बैटिंग लेजेंड्स में जो आते हैं ना लिस्ट में नाम, फ्रॉम गावस्कर, तेंदुलकर एंड कोहली एंड होपफुली, आई डोंट नो, नाउ इट्स बिटवीन गिल वर्सेस जायसवाल in terms of it's not like a battle per se, but it is the healthy competition that will be there, right? I think these two will be the ones for the next 10 years, I feel.
Yeah. So ये बोलते हैं ना हिस्ट्री रिपीट्स itself. तो ये 2012 का एक क्लिप था जहां पे शर्मा एंड कोहली वर बैटिंग इन अ वनडे एंड गावस्कर ने बोला था यू आर लुकिंग एट द फ्यूचर ऑफ इंडियन क्रिकेट.
Siva, I think we have glimpsed the future of Indian batting. Rahul Dravid has just called it a day. We don't know how long Sachin Tendulkar and VVS Lakshman are going to be around, but I think that is the glimpse of India's batting future.
ये देख के again you feel good that कि okay the state of Indian cricket is in good hands.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jaiswal and Gill will take this forward. There are a lot और बहुत लोग हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. Sarfaraz is another guy, भले टेस्ट मैच हो, T20 हो, वनडे हो. I think बोलते हैं ना थोड़ा कुछ चीजें अगर देर से मिलती है तो उसकी अहमियत ज्यादा होती है. तो वो I hope Sarfaraz will hold on to this momentum. See, he will fail, he will be out of form, but वो एक कॉन्फिडेंस है ना इन लोगों में, वो आगे लेके जाएंगे. बट दो तीन चीजें थी. नाउ दैट वी ब्रॉट सरफराज इनटू आवर कन्वर्सेशन, सरफराज एंड यशस्वी हैव प्लेड अ लॉट. लाइक मुंबई में मैदान क्रिकेट इज वेरी फेमस. इन्होंने मैदान क्रिकेट बहुत खेली है साथ में. इन्होंने डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट काफी खेली है रणजी के लिए, मुंबई के लिए. इनफैक्ट सरफराज एक्चुअली इसका सीनियर है देखा जाए तो यशस्वी का, राइट? सो दे हैव दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग. और वो मैच में दिख रहा था सरफराज, ऑल्दो जायसवाल वाज गेटिंग क्लोज टू 200, वो उसको थोड़ा गाइड कर रहा था कि भाई आराम से मिल जाएगा. वो उसको यशु यशु करके भी बोल रहा था, भाई मिल जाएगा, टेंशन मत ले इतना. वो यार जायसवाल तो दूसरा, ही इज अ perfect blend of Rohit Sharma. नहीं, he's a perfect blend of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. वो MCBC में वो बोलता है अरे क्या बीसी यार, मेरे को मिल नहीं रहा है दोस्तों, ऐसा वैसा. सरफराज बोलता है अरे मिलेगा, टेंशन मत ले. Again, see, when we hear something like these, like it's like we're like अरे यार ये क्रिकेटर है, आम इंसान है यार, उसको भी फ्रस्ट्रेशन होता है, वो भी गाली देता है. इट्स ओके, हम भी देते हैं, वो भी देता है. बट वो एक मोमेंट था. एंड द सेकंड वन, व्हेन द विनर डिक्लेयर किया, ऊपर जा रहे थे, it was nice of Stokes to run up to him and pat him on the back just to say well played, right? Anything else on Yashasvi? Because मेरे को एक लाइन है, but do you have anything on Yashasvi?
भाई शायर साहब, स्टेज आपका है, बताइए क्या क्या बता रहा है, बताइए.
नहीं, जस्ट एक यार बोलते हैं ना कि एक बहुत टैलेंटेड बंदा मिला है. तो बोलते हैं ना, पूरब से लेके पश्चिम तक, उत्तर से लेके दक्षिण तक सभी कर रहे हैं यशस्वी भव. बहुत 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 बढ़िया खेला है बंदा.
सही यार. I like I said, it's I know there were so many players who were eyeing for that spot in the last 2-3 years. KL Rahul tried that opening spot. Prithvi Shaw tried it. Shubman Gill tried it. And I know Mayank Agarwal. I know we're taking a bunch of names because a lot of people have been tried in that last 3 years.
They have.
Right? So Yashasvi looks like the guy ki jo abhi he's cementing his position. But fantastic. Again, see, Gill had a fantastic last year and now he is struggling for form in spite of his scoring 91. So hopefully Yashasvi understands all the things that's happening around him and he stays focused on how he can continue and build on this momentum that he's got and continue and hopefully get us that test championship which has eluded us the last couple of times. So I know it's far away, but his opening stance is going to make a big difference in we winning that when if at all we reach the finals.
Correct. But तू अगर just if you do a man to man comparison, 11 में से 10 इंडियन प्लेयर्स ने performed exceptionally well. वहीं पे इंग्लैंड, there were two guys who stood out, Ben Duckett and Mark Wood to some extent first inning केस पे. So it's a clear comparison कि यार ये अगर stat तुम दोगे 10 में से 11 ने perform किया versus 2 versus 11 ने perform किया, you're not going to win a test match, right? Especially a test match, right? T20 में even if one or two guys perform, वो लेके जा सकता है because it's very short condensed, right? Test match में
Yeah.
ऐसा नहीं होने वाला
Yeah.
है. But interesting, हम बोल रहे हैं कि शुभमन गिल was not in form. I think what we are saying is Shubman Gill didn't look fluent, right? Ultimately, he scored runs, right? 90 and 60 or whatever, right? He scored runs, but he did not look fluent. But वो एक हमने day 2 या day 3 पे ये बोला था, it's still good that even if you're not your fluent best, तुम runs बना रहे हो, वो भी अच्छी चीज है, बहुत. और ये शुभमन गिल और रोहित शर्मा दोनों पे लागू होता है. So this, perfect test match था. जडेजा से लेके हर एक ने ये किया. 2-3 और मोमेंट्स है बीबी. जैक ट्रॉली का LBW. What is your thought? What was it? हुआ क्या? Maybe we start with a little bit of context and then get into thoughts.
Yeah, so just to set context, Zach Crawley ka wicket again, I think, was it Bumrah or Siraj?
Second inning mein, second wicket,
Bumrah, right? So again, an in dipper, which is actually Zach Crawley ka strength hai wo on the leg side, and Bumrah bowled an in dipper, and it hit him on his knee roll, and then umpire gave it out. Correct. And England reviewed it, and it came as pitching in line, hitting him in line, but hitting the stumps was umpire's call, right? But if you see the visual, it is missing the stump by, I don't know, whisker. It didn't the graphic didn't show if this was the stump. The graphic showed that it is just going here.
Bales ke just ऊपर था.
Just ऊपर था, right? So I did not know if it was कि वो graphic में बेल clipping था, बेल गिराया नहीं graphic में कि क्या हुआ. But Ben Stokes went and chatted apparently with the match referee, and if I heard it right, Ben Stokes was told that actually visual में problem था कि it is actually clipping, but there was some calculation done behind the scenes which actually showed that it is clipping, but actual visual rendering में वो problem था. But again, so much confusion. And Ben Stokes, he said, okay, I don't want to discuss this a lot because it'll sound like that this was the reason for our failure, which is not. There were so many other reasons why we couldn't succeed, but he was also confused, and his ask is like we were discussing other day, Kamli, ki yaar, ye umpire's call hata do, right? In this case, it might not have mattered because it was more a different use case itself, or कि यार clip ही नहीं हो रहा है तो out क्यों दिखा रहे हो? And now the explanation is कि यार वो rendering problem है, but it is what it is for them. And Zach Crawley, पता नहीं अगर वो wicket नहीं जाता तो क्या होता, whether he could have saved the day for him. I think the writing was on the wall for England. Like you said, कोई और click ही नहीं हुआ, right? Joe Root. There are so many things to discuss about him.
Yeah, let's segue to Joe Root. Joe Root का क्या वो जो हमने कल एक stat बोला, he's bowled 90 odd overs, but he scored 70 odd runs. He's given away like 400-500, so whatever. I don't know. Remember, कुछ एक stat था. He's taken 7 wickets for 500-600 runs, but he scored like 70 runs. I think मेरा stance वही है. Joe Root needs to come out of this baseball thing. But what is simple? He just needs to come out of this baseball thing. He needs to go back to what he was doing before the baseball. That is where I am still.
Yeah, and see, a legend of the modern day cricket, and we are talking about Fab 5 and Fab 4 in Joe Root in that regard, right? देख अभी मैं देख रहा था कि यार वो he was not doing baseball yesterday as well. क्या था उसका? मैं देख रहा हूँ मैं कि
he didn't score.
I think it was 40 balls 7 runs ऐसा कुछ तो था उसका in second innings.
Correct.
Right, yeah, 40 balls 7 runs. Correct. And which means he is not going from ball 1, right? He was giving that respect, and it was very difficult to get Kuldeep and Jadeja and all the ballers, right? भाई ऐसे था कि यार all ballers are in form, and it is one after the other. There is no respite. So I think it is the matter of confidence right now in terms of how he is performing. But for me, according to me, there are two key moments in this test match which defined which went towards India, and which was two defining moments. One is India were 33 for 3,
Yes.
and if Rohit Sharma's catch was collected by Joe Root, I know we are
Correct.
discussing about Joe Root ka batting, but just
नहीं
talking
नहीं.
about two key moments, that was a defining moment for me कि यार वो collect नहीं किया उसका injury की वजह से या कुछ की वजह, right? At
Correct.
that point, if we had lost Rohit Sharma, match would have been totally different in my opinion. We would have been
Correct.
34, I don't know, 44-4, and inexperienced batting lineup and that. Second is in their second innings, that is match ka second innings, where England were dominating 200 for 2, right?
Yep.
They could have scored big. And Joe Root's wicket of that reverse sweep was the trigger point of the collapse of England batting order. And
Correct.
that from there they lost it, because they didn't lose
Yep.
it in the last innings. They lost it in the second innings of the test match, where they did not score big, right? And fourth innings, I don't know if he could have done much, to be
No.
honest. But Joe Root needs to find a way to come back to form. He's way too important a player for England to not succeed for 3 test match on the trot. I think he'll find a way, and it'll be interesting for us to see how he does that. But uh, I don't think he is doing the baseball style like we discussed. And I know we
Yeah.
have over discussed this term baseball to some extent now. But he has to find a way somehow, whether it is his traditional route, the new route, whichever way it is. Right now, we have seen glimpses of both, and both have not been working for him.
So the term baseball, right? थोड़ा ओवर डिस्कस हो गया है. हम रिकॉर्डिंग से पहले भी बात कर रहे थे, एंड आई एग्री ये थोड़ा ज्यादा ओवर डिस्कस हो गया है. मीडिया पे वो हाइप बन जाती है ना कि यार ये मीडिया से ही चालू होता है, राइट? आई गेट इट, इट इज गुड फॉर क्रिकेट, बट ये थोड़ा एक ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस का भी आता है, राइट? कि स्टोक्स अभी भी बोल रहा है कि वी कैन स्टिल विन द सीरीज 3-2. इट्स गुड टू हैव दैट कॉन्फिडेंस, राइट? बट जब वो तुम ऐसे परफॉर्मेंसेस में नहीं लेके आ पाते हो ना, तो तकलीफ होती है, right? And they've done well in various conditions, but I don't think they go a little overboard, like Ben Duckett बोलता है, ओ यशस्वी जायसवाल का तुम इनिंग देखो, credits to some extent could go to baseball. यार, I think they need to stop this colonial mindset. निकालो इसको दिमाग से. तुम निकल गए हो यहाँ से, हो गया है तुमको 75, whatever, 75 years हो गए. तुम अभी भी वो mindset मत लेके बैठो. It's not that you are the करता धरता of cricket anymore. It is governed by multiple countries, or India is basically taking care of world cricket at this point. So वो एक, I think they try to bring that mindset कि we are the key, हमको importance दो, ये उनका I think है. तो I think we should just I think ये podcast में तो I think we should just not discuss baseball too much, right? अगर कुछ important moment हो जाता ठीक है, नहीं तो I think ये जैसे वो इनको निकाला था, इसको boycott करते हैं अपन. I don't know, what do you say?
नहीं यार, see, I don't know. I think baseball thing is real. In my opinion, it's not कि हवा बना के रखा है कि they have changed the face of Test cricket. But results कहाँ है is baseball का, right? I think they won 14 out of 20 Test matches, and they lost very little. But if you see the ICC table अभी ranking में, they are 8th behind South Africa and West Indies, who are not the big Test playing nation these days, right? So I think it is very soon, if they don't make it to the finals
Yep.
of the Test Championship, it might get, English media themselves might start calling out baseball cricket. But they made it exciting to watch Test cricket, no doubt. But I think if we see more failures than success, it might get called out, and they might have to defend themselves, saying, "Okay, yaar, why are we doing this?" But as a viewer, as a fan, I love watching it. If it's the colonial mindset of they saying, "Okay, hey, we are teaching the world cricket how to do it," I don't know.
Yeah.
HSV has always been aggressive. Maybe I can say, "Yaar, would he have played reverse sweeps like he would do?" Maybe that is because of English cricketers also playing reverse sweep, and he got an idea there. could be, but we cannot give credit to baseball ki yaar Jaiswal ki success ke liye, right? That can't be
Correct.
true, right?
Correct.
So we'll have to, that way we'll have to call them out there and ki yaar bhai sab baseball nahi hai, right? So
Yeah. And again, it's not as much about baseball as well. It's about when you start like undue उसका advantage लेते हो मीडिया में कि यार हाँ इसका भी हमको क्रेडिट जाता है, इसका भी हम
yeah,
ठंड ले चला गया हवा आने
yeah,
दे.
yeah,
Anyways, पीपी यार, I mean honestly, टेस्ट मैच बहुत जबरदस्त था इंडियन फैंस के लिए. From an Indian perspective, perfect टेस्ट मैच था. हर एक बंदे ने परफॉर्म किया. पतिदार ने, I think just एक maybe 30 seconds दोनों इनिंग का विकेट थोड़ा नहीं बहुत लूज था यार. Both short balls. I I don't know if we need to overspend to, we need to, I don't think ज्यादा उसको criticize करने की जरूरत है. बट अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत लिमिटेड होती है. ये इंडियन टीम में 11 लोग हैं. बहुत लिमिटेड है. आई थिंक ही नीड्स टू जस्ट do something quickly, but I'm sure Rahul will still back him. Rohit Sharma will still back him. है 2 टेस्ट मैचेस और I think he will get opportunities, but he needs to do something
yeah.
fairly quickly.
Yeah, I wish he gets the chances, because right now this is where Dravid's coaching and Rohit Sharma's captaincy will come to the fore in terms of how do you make him feel, because he's definitely feeling left out right now, because
Yep.
like you said rightly so कि यार 11 में से 10 लोगों ने contribute किया है, and you feel like you've not contributed to team success, so it's a very bad feeling, right? So he's hungry, and uska junior, I don't know if it's junior, but Sarfaraz, who came after him,
Oh yeah,
has
he
got some
is.
success right now, right? So Patidar,
Yep.
hopefully they give him 2 chances. I don't know if Rahul will be back for the last 2 test matches, but irrespective, hopefully Patidar gets the nod for last 2 test matches and he scores, right? It's good
Correct.
for Indian cricket if he can get some confidence as well. So but yeah, wishing
Yep.
him best, but you need to figure out how to score runs, and it's all been unfortunate dismissals, I feel, for him, and
Yep.
he has to figure out a way how to find that balance of being aggressive and playing with spin. It's going with hard hands up front,
Correct.
things like that, right? So hopefully he'll
Correct.
figure it out.
ओके, परफेक्ट. तो पीपी, आज का पॉडकास्ट यहीं पे एंड करते हैं. बढ़िया विक्ट्री, 2-1 अहेड. लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू रांची मैच. कब चालू हो रहा है? 22nd, राइट? थर्सडे.
Correct. In 3 days time.
थर्सडे को मैच है. 3 days
Yeah.
टाइम. ओके, वेल 4 days
4
with
days
the
because we finished a day early, right? Yeah.
Yep. So we will come back. We will review the 4th test match. रांची में टेस्ट मैच है, by the way. धोनी आएगा क्या?
तेरे को दावत आया क्या धोनी से?
दावत है मेरे को. दावत चावल ही आता है मेरे घर पे, और कुछ नहीं आता है.
नहीं, धोनी भाई ने नहीं बुलाया. मैं देख रहा हूँ अभी मेरा डीएम, देखता हूँ कि धोनी बुलाया कि नहीं हमको बोल के.
आया फोन, आया अभी आया. धोनी ने बुलाया.
नहीं यार,
इधर
अभी
बीवी नहीं बुलाती है, धोनी क्या बुलाएगा?
भाई बीवी तब से बुला रही है कि तुम लोग पॉडकास्ट क्या कर रहे हो, तुम आ जा इधर बाहर.
बीवी बुला रही है मतलब कुछ काम है, तो रुक इधर तू.
बहुत काम है भाई, बच्चे को संभालना है. बट अभी धोनी बच्चे को संभालते संभालते अभी आईपीएल का प्रैक्टिस कर रहा है, अभी सुना है मैंने कि इज वार्मिंग अप. But I think he might, the Indian team and England team might get invitation to his house. Typically वो करता है when Ranchi में जब match होता है, he invites the team home. So I'm guessing this will happen and it will be a good one. But Ranchi में test match I don't recall ज़्यादा हुआ है कि नहीं. So pitch will be interesting. It is generally slow and low, batting friendly. But it'll be interesting to see how the last 2 test matches go. I think like Stokes said, he'll go aggressive again. They'll try and win the series 3-2 by winning the last 2 test matches, but it's not going to be easy for them. So but it's good. It's 3 days में.
लास्ट 2 टेस्ट मैचेस कहाँ पे है? लास्ट 2 ये तो रांची में, उसके बाद कहाँ पे? इज इट धर्मशाला?
रांची के बाद कहीं तो यार आई थिंक धर्मशाला.
Yep. धर्मशाला एंड रांची.
So,
अगेन 2 ग्राउंड्स that does not, जिनका टेस्ट क्रिकेट का इतना हिस्ट्री नहीं है, but it's actually good that we are spreading test cricket
correct
beyond your tier 1 cities.
Correct. I think that, yeah, that's how they can get the crowd, because IPL anyways gets the tier 1 city ka crowd, and
Yep.
tier 2, tier 3. That's how you spread it, and I think it's good that BCCI
Yeah.
is doing it. And also kudos to the state organization, state boards as well, to prepare pitches and the ground conditions and all the facilities in that way for international cricket, right? And because they've
Yep.
historically not been used to hosting such big games, so kudos to them. Yeah, let's see how the last 2 test matches go. It'll be interesting to see the selection. Bumrah has played 3 test matches on the trot, so they might rest him. That's going to be interesting because it's not easy for somebody to play 5 test
Yep.
matches on the trot, or even 4 for that matter, given that you don't have much break in between, right? So the
Correct.
selection will be interesting.
Selection will be very interesting. Yes, I agree. Pitch bit define kar sakta hai, but I agree. Bumrah will be a curious case. Maybe they push him for one more test match and say, "ये जीता, series जीता, फिर तू आराम कर ले, धर्मशाला के लिए." I don't know, but you're right. Selection will be interesting. There are rumors. Again, rumors. ये कहीं एक random ऐसा social media पे आ जाता है. कोहली may come back for 5th test match. Nothing official. ऐसा कुछ ये नहीं है. But ऐसा थोड़ा-थोड़ा ऐसा सुनाई देता है. तो selection in general will be interesting, but I think we will call it a day. यहाँ पे बीवी तुमको भी बुला रही है, हमको भी बुला रही है, तो हम दोनों अब काम पे लगते हैं दूसरे.
माता का
ठीक है
बुलावा
भाई.
आ गया है.
जय जिया राम, जय माता दी.
जय सिया राम.
चल भाई.
चल, bye.